So in this series, you're going to learn how to treat yourself at home and how I have trained my husband to help me when I have neck pain and just need a little bit of relief, and ways that I've helped him with his chronic pain when he needs some relief from headaches and wrist pain and things like that. So if that sounds like you, enjoy. First thing you're going to learn is how do we help my locked up back after a long day, especially of sitting at work, specifically my right side here and all the way down my shoulder blades. Some physical therapists may call what we're going to teach you a Maitland grade mobilization 1 through 5. But in this household, that's not what we call them. They're called boop boops. Let's begin. For boop boops, we're going to be mobilizing your mid back. So we're actually mobilizing the spinal segment. You're not actually going to make any change in the structure of your spine, but it's going to give you that neuromuscular response to help you get some pain relief. We're also working on helping the muscles relax around the spine. If you have any sort of bone density issues like osteopenia or osteoporosis, or a history of a fracture, like a compression fracture, then you should not have this done to you. So let's get started. First up, Daniel's going to find my mid back. My spine is processed, so that's the little ridge that sticks out in the middle of your spine. Once he finds that, he's gonna find it in the area that I'm sore at. So my shoulder blade, we're looking at like mid to upper mid back. So he's gonna poke the little spot and then move 1 inch to the right of that, because for me, my discomfort is on my right side. And then from there, he's just gonna put a little bit of pressure, and then proceed to boop 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 boop. Oh, I'm going to continue to breathe, and he's not putting a lot of pressure, but which is good. You shouldn't be like putting all your body weight on somebody's spine.
So on my side, the elbow is very sharp and pointy, and so I'm putting just enough pressure to where she feels relief. If you were to put this much pressure on, say, a bruised area and it hurt, that is too much pressure. Like, I'm not using body weight or anything, but I am keeping continuous pressure on it, and then just going a little bit more for the actual booping, and then I will not release all the weight until I go to the next segment.
So I'll get to a point where I feel a little relief. Sometimes I feel a little pop or a little more movement in there, or I just get to where this segment is so sensitive I'm like ready to move on. So then he'll move down to the next segment, and then maybe spending about 30 seconds on each segment that feels a little bit sore. And it's not like a sharp pain, but like it can feel pretty tender, the muscles that are knotted up, and it might feel like, from his perspective, like a little grape under your skin. And then he'll just keep going down each segment, and in some segments I'm like, no, I'm good, and then he'll move down like that one. And then areas that are a little bit more tender, I might spend a full minute on it until I get some relief. And then I usually follow it up with some gentle exercise, and we can cover more of that in another video. So we're going to show you a close-up view so that you can make sure you understand where you're pressing. All right, so here's a close-up view. First, he's going to find my spinous process. So it's like right in the middle of your spine. Then from there, move 1 inch to the right. And boop, boop.
And for Jenna, her main issue is in her mid-back, so normally I just start down here. And you can use your fingers, and once again, like I said, if you were to put this much force into or onto a bruised area of your own body and it would hurt, then that is probably too much force for the person because it's very sensitive. And then I have trouble using my fingers because of nerve damage from my autoimmune disease. So I use my elbow, which is even pointier and you have to be even more careful about pressure. And to find each spot, as Jenna called it, just a grape under the skin, a good technique, especially for your elbow, since you don't feel as well with your elbows as your fingertips, is to just go in a little circle, and it'll just feel like you're going around a little mountain. That is muscle and not bone, because you don't want to be on the spine. And then you do the boop boops.
And a big thing is just keeping the slightest bit of pressure the whole time. Like you're not like taking off completely. It's just like a boop boop. You're not completely taking your finger off. If that makes any sense. Try it out and let me know what you think.